Good evening. Welcome to Roslin Court. Welcome to one of the versions of Not the Broadstairs Folk Festival. You're at Roslin Court this evening, and we've got John and Di Cullen this evening at 6:30, and then Josh Flowers at 8 o'clock. That was John you were just listening to, noodling away. Thank you for that. Yeah. Normally at Roslin Court we run live concerts and we run workshops. We have workshops in all sorts of instruments and dance and percussion and all sorts of things. But at the moment, of course, we're not. So we're putting on these live streams hoping that we can just keep going. And today's live stream team, the Dream Team, is Roger and Phil on streaming. We've got Chris on sound. We've got Sandra sitting here waiting to read your messages. So please tell Sandra where you are, what you're doing, what you think of it. Give us some advice. Tell us if the sound's okay. And also, if you make a comment, you will be entered for the raffle. This evening's raffle has 2 prizes. We have a CD from John and Di Cullen. Thank you very much for that. And we also have, of course, an emergency toilet roll, okay, which is the must-have prize of the evening, obviously. The cake this evening is chocolate and coffee, and hasn't gone down terribly well, I have to say, but I'm still going to push it. Yeah? Okay. Tonight's floor singer is me again. So it's now time to check out the beer tent, or go to the toilet, or put the kettle on, or whatever is it you do when the floor singer comes on. I'm going to sing something in incomprehensible Scots. It's a Robert Burns song about a very small vicar who was hidden in her daughter's bed by lady cherry trees. And surprisingly enough, the daughter got pregnant, which, how did that happen? Was in and out the window brought, and all the turly-whirlies o'er. The sweetest kiss that e'er I got was from my dainty Davey. Oh, leads me on your curly pow, dainty Davey, dainty Davey. Leads me on your curly pow, you're my own dear dainty Davey. Down among my father's peas, and down among the cherry trees. 'Twas there he kissed me as he pleased. He's my own dear dainty Davey. Oh, leads me on your curly pow, dainty Davey, dainty Davey. Leads me on your curly pow, you're my own dear dainty Davey. When he was chased by a dragoon, into my bed I laid him down. I thought him worthy of that room. He's my own dear dainty Davey. Oh, leads me on your curly pow, dainty Davey, dainty Davey. Leads me on your curly pow. He's my only dainty Davey. Oh, leads me on your curly pow, dainty Davey, dainty Davey. Leads me on your curly pow. He's my only Okay, you can come back now. Now, I've been chatting to John and Di and discovered that they used to run the very pub that we forgot to pick up our daughter after her school prom. And we got a very, very irate phone call from a teacher at a little bit after midnight. But they don't remember it, so it couldn't have been that terrible. Yeah. They've been around the folk world for quite a long time. They hang around Tunbridge Folk Club and sing modern and contemporary songs. So we're really looking forward to hearing them this evening. And I'm going to hand over to them now.
Thank you, Morag. Yes, and it was probably our son who was DJing at that very prom.
I blame him.
Well, it's time to take the Monterey, 'cause the man I wed, he waits for me, and the daughter that he's yet to see. US Navy beamed their message, will deliver brides on a one-way package. It made big news across the nation. The bridal train leaves from Perth Station. All the girls around Australia married to a Yankee sailor. The fare is paid across the sea to the home of the brave and the land of the free. From west to east the young girls came, all aboard the bridal train. It was something crossing of the land. She's gone to meet her sailor man. Mother as she cried, and then waited there in the Frio rain to climb aboard the bridal train, holding her future in her hand, the faded photo of a man. Catch a sailor if you can, the war bride leaves her southern land. All the girls around Australia married to a Yankee sailor. The fare is paid across the sea to the home of the brave and the land of the free. From west to east the young girls came, all aboard the bridal train. It was a farewell crossing of the land. She's gone to meet her sailor man. Story of those starry nights, of desert plains and city lights, of burning sun and driving rain. They wept aboard the bridal train. All the girls around Australia married to a Yankee sailor. The fare is paid across the sea to the home of the brave and the land of the free. From west to east the young girls came, all aboard the bridal train. It was a farewell crossing of the land. She's gone to meet her sailor man. What is it when those words just fly out your head? We sing all sorts of stuff, really, and this is a poem, a W.B. Yeats poem.
Just to say about the...
Oh, yes, I must tell you about Bridal Train first. That was given to us by a friend who went to teach in Australia for a year. She came back and she said, I think you'll like this song. And we did. We've got quite a lot of friends. Caroline Court, yeah. And she might be watching tonight. And yes, and this is Wandering Angus by W.B. Yeats. And the tune, you may not have heard before, it's Donovan's tune. We've got an old vinyl called HMS Donovan, and it was on that. We really liked the tune.
I went out to the hazel wood because a fire was in my head. I cut and peeled a hazel wand and hooked a berry to a thread. And when white moths were on the wing and moth-like stars were flickering out, I dropped the berry in the stream and caught a little silver trout. When I had laid it on the floor, I went to blow the fire aflame, but something rustled on the floor and someone called me by my name. It had become a glimmering girl with apple blossom in her hair, who called me by my name and ran and faded through the brightening air. Though I am old with wandering o'er hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she is gone and kiss her lips and take her hands and wander through long dappled grass and pluck till time and times are done the silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun.
We have got a wonderful audience here. Small but perfectly formed. John's got to retune to Dadgad now. This is a song that was written by Chris Algar. Chris Algar was living in Stoke-on-Trent. I've never been to Stoke-on-Trent, but apparently they carried on coal mining there into the 1990s. And this song is also sung by Chris Algar's son, Kieran Algar, who sings with Greg Russell.
Have you had Kieran Algar here?
Great. Yeah, they are fantastic. Absolutely. And it's called Away from the Pits. It's about a failed love affair. It's a bit of a bitter song, but it's got a fantastic tune. It's like that with a lot of folk music, isn't it, really? This city was built on a heart made of coal. For years it's been eaten away. The first thing I felt when I came to this place was the earth moves a little each day. There were cracks in the ceiling, the windows askew. Great rods of steel through the houses ran too. This city is somehow a little like you, not trusted to stay the same way.
Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound.
There's houses held up by great pillars of wood, whole streets running well out of True. The chimneys lean over the garden so low that they can't get much lower the land it gives in without even the fight. It's like me at the moment, a pitiful sight, still reeling but trying to pull through.
Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound.
The miners crawl onwards, their living to make. I don't envy them, double their pay. For the coal is the devil, the demon to break, and the damage it does every day. Like rats they will gnaw at the core of the land. Their homes they destroy with their very own hands. Just like our love, they were built upon sand when you left me for him yesterday.
Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound.
I'll leave this coal city, she's fickle and false. I'll head off for more solid ground. And if all of the girls around here are like you, round here I will no more be found. Perhaps I'll move westward and head for the sea, though I am sure a rough mistress she'll be. Her heart will be warmer than your heart for me. Away from the pits I'll be bound.
Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Thank you. We often find, I think we all do, that there's certain songs that are done done a great deal over a short period of time or a long period of time and become old hat. And then you, after a few years, you come back to them and you think, I can see why it was so popular. And to me, this is a song, while I'm in Dadgad, I thought I'd just do this one. It's got a good chorus.
So
and it's
sing along at home.
Yes, sing along at home. In the village of Kildare, there's a maiden young and fair, got eyes that shine like diamonds, got long and golden hair. A young man came a-riding up unto her father's gate. He came on a milk-white stallion, came at the stroke of 8. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman. I've come to court your daughter, Mary of the golden hair. I've gold and I have silver, I've wealth beyond compare. I will buy her silks and satins and a gold ring for her hand. I'll build for her a mansion, give her servants to command. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman.
But kind sir, I love a sailor, and have pledged to him my hand. I don't want your gold and silver, I don't want your house and land.
There is far father spoke up sternly, you will do as you are told. If you're married on next Sunday, you'll wear his ring of gold. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman. In the village of Kildare, there's a deep stream running by. They found Mary there at midnight, she was drowned with a sailor boy.
And in the cottage there is music, you can hear her father say, step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, Sunday is your wedding day.
Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman.
Thank you. Yes, I've got to talk now while John retunes from Dadgad. The aforesaid establishment that we used to have near Tunbridge Wells, we used to have such a variety of people coming in there. And one of them was a lady called Caroline James, who was, well, she was very ab-fab, let's say. She was a piano teacher, and occasionally she wrote songs. To give you an example, she wrote a song to the tune of Morning is Broken shortly before she was due to have her first child, and it was called My Waters Have Broken. This song is somewhat dated, but it still stands up. We love it. Can you imagine the trouble I've had bringing up children without a dad? I wrote to Claire Rayner, her only retort was, get off your ass and claim income support. So give me a D, give me an H, give me a couple of SS officers, then watch me break down in tears. Pride disappears on Social Security. They sent me a red, they sent me a blue, they sent me a dirty apple green form to fill into. My honest degree was useful to me on Social Security. The questions they ask are quite personal. Do you bank at the Abbey National? Are you hetero or homosexual? Vote Conservative, or do you just want to live on the state? It's really great. You get a weekly gyro check and a rent rebate, no council tax. You just relax on Social Security. My Mogadon and Valium, I get all free, plus a fat fee for my bedwetting son. He's 28. They make you wait on Social Security. Just when I thought did was claim Form 57 to try and get a holiday in Tenerife, so I was caught. No income support. Now all my benefits are cut and I am quite distraught. I'm on the game and living in Spain. I'm making whoopee. No need for dole on the Costa del Sol. You just make whoopee. So,
Plea, please, to everybody who's watching, because there's quite a few people watching now. Don't forget to make a comment, tell us what you think, but also, could you please, if you can, I know not everybody can, and if you're enjoying it, it's lovely, but if you can, please, could you make a donation, because it would be lovely. Thank you very much. There you go. So that John can buy a new guitar.
yeah. He's now playing his bouzouki, not a bouzouki, because it's the shape of a guitar. So it's a bouzouki.
A great friend of ours who you had here about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Bob Kenwood. Bob Kenwood is a very good friend, and he very kindly has invited us in the last 3 of his projects. He had one on farming, one on railways, and the one we were going to do this year during this week, actually at Broadstairs, was round the bay, which is about a seaside resort. And I'm so sorry for Bob, because he put so much work into these things, and to have it cancelled, well, hopefully we'll do it next year. But anyway, when we did the railway one, he said to us, oh yes, that song you do, that would be ideal in this. And I said, what song's that? I don't know, we did a song about trains. And he said, yes, that one. And I said, we don't do it. And he said, well, learn it. And so we did. And in fact, it's turned into a bit of a project, this, because we've now got a map of the British Isles, and we are putting flags in of the stations in this song. We're trying to get to all the stations in it. It's a Flanders and Swan song. A Flanders and Swan song.
A swan song. Minnersdale for Tideswell, Kirby Muxlow, Malcop and Scholar Green.
No more will I go to Blandford Forum and more to Hoe. On the slow train from Midsummer Norton and Mumby Road. No churns, no porter, no cat on a seat. At Chorlton come Hardy or Chester Street. We won't be meeting again on the slow train. I'll travel no more to Littleton, Badsea and Open Shore. At Long Stanton, I'll stand well clear of the doors no more. No whitewashed pebbles, no up and no down, at Formby Four Crosses and Dunstable Town. I won't be going again on the slow train. On the main line and good sidings, the grass grows high. At Dogdyke, Tumby Woodside, and Trouble House halls. The sleeper sleeps at Audlem and Ambergate. No passenger waits at Chittening Platform or Cheslin Hay. No one departs and no one arrives. From Selby to Goole, from St. Earth to St. Ives, they've all passed out of our lives on the slow train. On the slow train.
Cockermouth for Buttermere.
On the slow train.
Armley, Moor Aram, High Hill and Summercoats.
On the slow train.
Windmill End.
Sorry.
Good timing. Bob just joined us.
Oh, great.
Good man.
Hello, Bob. Fantastic. I have to say, usually after we do that song, you usually get somebody, but nobody said it, said, I think you'll find that the St. Earth to St. Ives railway is still open, which it is, and it is absolutely fabulous. I don't know if anybody's been on it. It is absolutely fabulous. Runs straight along the coast.
It's the best. It's the best little railway in the world, we
Yep.
think.
We've got to say thank you to Bob for turning us into a railway whatever. But we're not in any way in the league of Bob Kenwood.
No. What are we after now, then? Oh, yes. The Beacon, which we had for 25 years, we'd been there a few years, and somebody came up to us and said, do you realise this place was used as a hostel during the Spanish Civil War and during the Second World War for Jewish girls from the continent? No, we didn't know. He said, my mum was one. And she can put you in touch with the person in charge of the list. So we got in touch with the person in charge of the list, and 2 reunions were organised, and I've got to say they were the most wonderful ladies in the world. But one of them had a very sad story to tell, because she and her sister were held during the war in the basement of a convent in Belgium. And at the end of the war, they were only 7 and 3. And at the end of the war, the older one was whisked off to go to school, and the younger one was left there by herself for another year. And then her father brought her to England, couldn't cope, so she arrived at the Beacon. So all the girls at the Beacon were her sisters, really, her family. This is her story because it impressed us so much. John wanted to write a song about it.
I write very few songs. Going back to Bob Kenwood, he writes hundreds.
Our young lives were summer, long days and warm. Love was around us, kept us from harm. Night came so slowly, so hard to gauge. Patches of sunlight turned into a cage. Storm clouds came rolling, blocked out the sun. Peace left our home at the point of a gun. Now everyone wants to join in our game, hiding and seeking, but it isn't the same.
Run, hide, whisper who dares.
Listen for Hannah, she's under the stairs. I sit in the dark, crouched into a ball. Dust is dancing in the light from the hall. The beat of my heart sounds loud in my ears. My world is full of shadows and fears.
Run, hide, whisper who dares.
Listen for Hannah, I'm under soldier as close as I am to tears.
Run, hide, whisper, who dares?
Listen for Hannah, I'm under the stairs. I sit in the park, now a bit slow. Children are playing a game that I know. One hides neath my bench, her nose near my shoes. They're made of leather, how little she knows.
Run, hide, whisper, who dares?
Listen for Hannah under the stairs.
Run, hide, whisper, who dares?
Listen for Hannah under the stairs.
Thank you.
Thank you. What have we got next? You've got the list.
Haven't you got the
No,
list?
I haven't got my
You've
list.
left it with me. Gosh, this
Yes.
is the first time I've been in this sort of power.
He always complains I hide the list over this side and he can't see what's going on, so I thought I'd just let him feel good.
No, Steve Ashley,
Yes.
who you've got coming in, where is it? June 2021.
Yeah. Great man.
He wrote this song, and we just love it. And we've put it with a poem that somebody gave us. We should say there might be a lady who will be listening to this at Southern called Tricia Hamilton, and her husband started Broadstairs Folk Week, Jack Hamilton. And the thing about Tricia is she's a very keen dancer, very keen. And
We're
so-
not so much.
No, we're not. I've got two left feet. As you could tell, earlier I was able to, but just before we came on, my capo fell off and it fell straight into a glass of water.
It's pretty good,
I
actually.
usually, before we start, have spilt 3 beers and God knows what accidents I had. I put it down to sort of it's nerves, really. I'm getting more relaxed now.
So, this is the poem. It's an Australian poem. I have seen some old-time dancers.
Hold on. I'm just not used to this technology.
No, we never use all this. I'll just wait while he fiddles around. I'm going to name drop now since I've got time. It was Martin Wyndham Reed who gave us this poem. He said, yeah. Okay, I'll let you get ready first. You okay?
Yeah. There's so many things to think about. I know when you're using this technology. Is it muted? Have you actually got it plugged in for a start and things like that? Anyway,
Okay.
that's better, is it?
I have seen some old-time dancers do some fancy stepping out. They say that Ogilvy from Queensland is the best of most about. But I met a man from Melbourne who could beat Cole Ogilvy, though where he got his script from is a mystery to me. He put his left foot forward, slid his right foot to the side, then did a sort of forward square as in a ballet glide. Side together, side and close, with angels to the wall. Some quick steps, like a chassis, yet not quite that at all. Then he did a reverse pivot, stepped across to fall away, 3 more quickies going forward, promenade and rondelay, then 4 more quickies together like some tango style cha-cha. Then he stopped and smiled. he'd made it to the toilet from the bar. The sun has left the sky abandoned to the mercy of the moon. She shines upon the land and she pulls some crazy tunes. Down at the village hall, there's another fundraising do. They've booked a band and caller, just like they always do.
Jigs and reels and waltz and polka, they skip from bar to bar. The old squeeze box rocks and rolls to the fiddle and guitar.
But now it's time to choose your partner. I've got no choice to choose. I don't want no other dancer. I want to dance with you.
Dance with you, dance with you. I only want to dance with you. Dance with you, dance with you. I only want to dance with you.
We brace from face to face, and I chase you down the queue, and then I lose my place, just like I always do.
You know I hate these Kayleys and all the stuff they do. Stuff those do-si-dos, let's have some doobie-doos. But now it's time to change your partner, that sends me to the loo. I don't want no other dancer, I want to dance with you. Dance with you, dance with you. I only want to dance with you. Dance with you, dance with you. I only want to dance with you. Dance with you, dance with you. I only want to dance with you.
Dancing off into the sunset.
Yes, please.
I forgot to say something at the beginning, which is that Chris and I made a decision that whatever you donate to the concert this evening, this concert, we will match in terms of what we will give the same amount to Broadstairs Folk Week. So go on, bankrupt us. Go on.
That's fabulous.
What is it?
All the answers.
Oh, okay.
Right. This is a very new song for us. It's a lockdown song. Like a lot of us, we've learnt about 7 songs, I think, at least that, over the lockdown period. But of course, we've only played them in the sitting room. They've never got out.
So beware. We think it's a fabulous song. It's called All the Answers, and it's by Kieran Halpin. Somebody suggested it to us a long time ago,
Yes.
and we were thumbing through and thinking, oh, have a listen to that, see what that's like, and we liked it.
When I call you in the morning, you tell me everything's all right. But I can't see in the future, can't see the dangers in the night. But when I hear the sirens wailing, see the flashing of the light, I know that there is trouble, there's a battle yet to fight. I may not have all the answers, no, wouldn't have it any other way. There's an inner peace I'm seeking, there's a lightness in my soul. Every time I think I found it, I want to touch it, feel it, hold it. But the day that I stop asking will be the day I say goodbye. The world may not be safe, but there's no truth without the lie. I may not have all the answers, no, I wouldn't have it any other way. I ask the good Lord Jesus, I'm asking Allah too. I tried the great God Buddha, but now I'm asking you. I may not have all the answers, no, I wouldn't have it any other way. When you're deep in troubled waters, have to fight for every breath. When you feel you're getting weaker, you're chasing life, you're facing death. If there's a God that you can turn to, don't turn the other way, or a friend that you can call, or just a prayer that you can say. I may not have all the answers, no, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've asked the good Lord Jesus, I'm asking Allah too. I tried the great God Buddha, but now I'm asking you. I may not have all the answers, no, wouldn't have it any other way. I may not have all the answers, no, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Kieran Halpin.
Yeah. Now, one of the things we used to do was shopping.
Yeah. We
Which
don't
is
do quite so much of it now. I don't think any of us do we?
Somebody's turned into a good friend, a man called John Smiley. And he's actually, they are another John Dye, in fact. Mm. And he writes some very good songs. And this is one of them. There's in the audience, there are 3 blokes. And so hopefully they will get into the refrain of this song. It is really a man's refrain, this. If you want to save your marriage, I have a tip for you. Try shopping with your wife, it's a great thing to do. Once alone together you can have a little chat, or maybe just listen, it's safer like that. If she wants you to go shopping, don't make her to do, even though you know it's not what real men do. For her it is a pleasure to get out of the house. Forget your balls and be a man, be a mouse, and say yes dear, yes dear, yes dear. I know you just don't get it as around the shops you roam. Why does she need some more new shoes? She's lots of them at home. The simplest of decisions just seem to take an age, like deciding which is best between two shades of beige. Your brain has turned to mush, you're so bored you want to scream. You trick yourself to stay alert and wake from this bad dream. You'd rather be anywhere than shopping in the mall. You'd rather have your prostate checked by a wrestler from Bengal, but you say yes dear, yes dear, yes dear, yes dear. And don't make the mistake of trying to assist by pointing out a dress that you think she might have missed. Green makes you look thinner, you helpfully suggest, that one's cute and sexy, why not buy that dress?
What are you implying? Are you saying I'm fat? Besides, that's last year's colour. I couldn't go out in that. It shows off too much cleavage and you think that short is cute. Do you want your wife to look just like a cheap prostitute?
I said yes dear, I mean yes dear, I mean really yes dear. Einstein was right when he says science is creative and life good there. That's it. Einstein was right when he says when he said, what did he say?
Time is relative.
That I told. Of course he did. Einstein was right when he says time is relative, and time is even faster the longer that you live. Dinner follows breakfast in the blink of an eye. You'd like to live forever, but you know someday you'll die. But science has the secret of long life, a special place in time and space for you and your wife, where time moves so slowly it almost comes to stop. Yes, you've right, you've got it. It's while going round the shops and you say yes, dear, yes, dear, yes, dear, yes, dear. If you'd rather be out golfing or having a little nap, there are lots of time for sleep and dead, you know what, golf your crap. So put away that martyred look, don't look so put upon. It's just some retail therapy to make your marriage strong. Recall when you first met her, how beautiful she looks, and when she looks at you today, you'll even make love. Make her laugh to be a frog, be her prince. Go shopping with your wife, you know it makes sense, and say yes dear, yes dear, yes dear, yes dear.
Could you carry these bags for me, please?
Yes dear.
Do you remember where we parked the car?
This is just outside. Yes dear,
Did you put enough money in the meter?
yes dear.
We could do this again tomorrow. Or maybe not.
Thank you. Right, two more, and there's this is one from a lady called Anna Shannon, who's a very favourite lady of ours. And this is a song that she wrote quite a long time ago now, isn't it?
Yes. She lived for a long, long time on the North Yorkshire moors, and she loved that part of the country. And she writes fantastic songs. I think she's still writing, but she's not performing anymore. This one's called Farming Boy. It's one of our favourites. When from stark and naked branches the chestnut buds burst forth, and new lambs like wrung-out apron strings by their mothers' sides all lay, my husband had a farming boy who had travelled from the north. He was the dearest thing on which my eyes had ever laid. I had never seen such beauty. I thought that I would die, and through long nights I could not sleep, nor soothe my troubled mind. And through each day it was more than I could do to hide my pain. I fought to rid him from my mind, but firmly he remained. It was the hottest June in 15 years. The heat was hard to bear. When the men came down for harvest, I took them food and beer. And the boy jumped up onto the cart and set my little sons before. He taught them poems and made them golden dolls from the harvest straw. And when the autumn snow arrived, it fell with force and without warning, and his night-black hair like ribbons blue, it played about his mouth. With body bent and flecked with white from the raw winds in the morning, geese cried long over frosted fields in their lines towards the south. One morning, as I was watching for him coming past the stile, I saw instead my husband's face. He waved to me and smiled. On inquiring for the farming boy, I was dying where I stood, when he told me he had left to go and work in Harker's Wood. Years have passed since then, bringing many changing times. I've watched my sons grow into men. There's been hardship, tears and joy. Though my husband's lips hold the sweetest smile that binds me to his side, even now I cradle in my arms the beauty of the farming boy. Anna Shannon.
Finally, yep, one more, yep. Right, finally, just to hop past. This is a love song in another form of transport that is now...
Well, it's beginning to come back. It's Love or Not on an Aeroplane. It's by Tom Paxton.
I met my love on a 747, halfway to heaven, passing over Des Moines. Her looks were smart. I met her in the aisle. She gave me a smile, and your future we joined. There in the middle of a spicy movie starring Natalie Wood, we made our vows together, cutting our steaks as best we could. My love removed her earphones, told me the dear tones, she had the power to her nose. She pushed and shoved through a dozen stewardesses, handing out their dresses and straightened their hose. Time flew, I knew something had gone wrong Where was my love? She'd been gone too long. I searched, but I couldn't find Diana. When we landed in Havana, not a trace could I see. I asked around, interest could have been keen, and everyone had seen her. She was looking for me. Knocking madly on the powder room doors, tears were in my eyes. Excepting for 3 or 4 masculine roars, I heard no answering cries. I searched, and I must look for hours, till Kennedy Towers, get permission to land. Farewell to the future we planned. Fighting madly in the baggage claim, just like World War II. I thought I heard her calling my name, but I lost my love and my baggage too. Boo, she's gone. Now I never fly United, a promise unacquainted, no cruise to join. Our love is on a 747, halfway to heaven, passing over Des Moines. Do 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 do. A very fast flight.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. We've got to do the raffle. Would you like to, for the CD? Okay.
Sally Burke.
Sally Burke has won the CD. Sally, could you message me so that I can find out where to send it? And Michael Moon has won the toilet roll. Michael, I do hope you live fairly local. Can you Facebook Messenger me, please, to tell me where to send it? Well done. Well done, people. Okay, thank you, everybody. Come on, say thank you. Thank you very much for coming all the way from Tunbridge Wells. Our son lives in Tunbridge Wells. Okay, we've got Josh Flowers at 8 o'clock, which is less than half an hour away, so we've got to get our skates on. Tomorrow, we've got Helen North, and she is very fantastic. She's you must watch Helen North. And then we've got David Stanger and Mark Eden on the 19th, Lunar Tractors on September the 23rd. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you will come back at 8 o'clock and look at and watch Josh Flowers, because he's ever so good. He writes lovely, lovely songs. He's a great guitarist, really, really good. Thank you very much. Go and have a cup of tea and come back for 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Bye.